I'm sorry, y'all. This joke's way too funny not to share it with you. So while at school, little Johnny's classmate decides to tell him that most adults are hiding at least one dark secret. So it's very easy to blackmail them by saying one little phrase, I know the whole truth. And with this information, little Johnny kind of ponders for a second and goes, I'm going to try this whenever I get home. So whenever he gets home, he notices his mom there in the kitchen cooking dinner. And he decides to go up to her and give her a big old hug. And he looks up into her eyes and goes, you know what, Mom? I know the whole truth. And his mom looks at him, kind of startled, goes, you know what, Johnny? Here's $20. Do not tell your dad. Mind you, quite pleased, then little Johnny decides to wait for his dad to get home and try it on him as well. So then little Johnny's father gets home from work and he decides to greet him at the door and he gives him a big old hug and he looks up at his dad and goes, you know what, Dad? I know the whole truth. And little Johnny's dad, looking down at him, goes, you know what, son? Here's $40. Just whatever you do, do not tell your mother. So then after that, little Johnny decides to go up to his room and starts to ponder, you know what? Who else can I get with this magical phrase? He goes, I got it. I'll try the mailman on my way to school tomorrow because he's bound to gotta have some type of a secret. So the following day, he does exactly that. On his way to school, little Johnny passes by the mailman and says, hey, I just want you to know that I know the whole truth. So then the mailman pauses for a second, a little tear starts to go down his cheek, and he approaches Johnny with his arms wide open and tells him, then come here and give your daddy a big old hug.